Linux challenge updates.
Yeah.
I shared a file with myself. Naturally, even though part 1 is not even out on YouTube yet, it is out on Floatplane. Talk a little bit more about that later. I did see all of your comments that I was a fool. You fool! You've chosen Pop OS.
You fool.
After everything that happened with Pop OS last time. I'm not going to be gaslit on this. What happened last time was that Pop OS was like the flavor du jour, and I went with it because it was the flavor du jour,
It was probably,
especially if you were running a GeForce card.
It was recommended a lot back then.
Okay. The issue that I had with it was blamed on me super hard. And as I've talked about in the past already, there was absolutely an element of user error. Absolutely. There also was an element of a random, bizarre bug.
Crazy timing.
No user should have ever seen. And even after that came to light, so right out of the gate, I was blamed hard for 100%. And even after the bug came to light, the presentation to me across like the entire internet was, what an idiot, Pop OS is goated, how could he have managed to screw this up? And then I didn't use Pop OS. So Pop OS, I didn't have like a bunch of problems with Pop OS. I had one problem that was attributed to a bug.
Weren't you like out of there in like an hour?
Yeah, I used Manjaro.
Yeah, for like the whole challenge.
So
right?
so there's like deep threads discussing how I could have possibly gone Pop OS after last time. When what actually happened last time was A, I didn't go Pop OS, and B, the one issue that I had with it was blamed 100% on me. The third part of the narrative that I'm not going to allow to happen here is that how could he possibly choose it? Nobody recommends Pop OS anymore. Yes. Yes, they do. As you guys will see in the video, whether it's listicles, whether it's asking an AI.
I actually did something after last WAN show, and Linus was there. I could probably bring it up right now, but I asked my ChatGPT, like, with what you know about me, and remove the fact that you know which distro I'm using right now from your memory for this. From what you know about me, which distro should I use? And it gave a top 3, and Pop OS was in there.
And you can go, yeah, well, AIs are stupid. They just like hallucinate that it's good. No, AIs are trained on the web at large. So if you're going to have a little headcanon narrative that nobody recommends Pop OS, lose it. Just lose it. Go be part of the solution. Write a really great article on top Linux distros and get some good SEO and be part of the solution. Otherwise, you're not really doing anything other than just like making noise.
Yeah, its recommendations were number 1 for me was OpenSUSE Tumbleweed. Fedora Workstation was number 2, and Arch was number 3.
Now let's have some.
Remember, I'm going to play games, and it still did OpenSUSE number 1, still did Fedora number 2, and did Pop OS number 3.
Now let's have some fun. Let's have some fun because obviously, even before seeing any feedback on my choice of Pop OS, I haven't been thrilled with Pop OS. Oh man, sorry, that's another part of the narrative that's just driving me crazy. How could he use that? Cosmic desktop environment is like functionally in alpha. Dude, when I go to their website and I download LTS and it doesn't mention anywhere that it's in alpha or beta, also it isn't, it's V1 point something. Like don't. You don't get to say that. If I download an LTS, that's not on me. That's on System 76 at that point if it's not good. No, I'm not. No. But anyway, my experience with it hasn't been great. So before anyone even was like, why do you choose Pop OS? Of course, I was the first one asking, man, why did I choose Pop OS anymore? I seem to be just cursed with Pop OS because you got to remember, for me, I've never had any information other than my issues with Pop OS were clearly user error. So I was already exploring other distros. And guess what, Luke? It turns out the curse carries over. Do you want to see? I spent one evening. I was probably at it for about 2.5 hours in between work and going to our badminton night. And Dan, can you throw up my system here? Trying to get a couple of my systems.
It's so fascinating.
Tux-pilled.
I haven't spent 2.5 hours fixing anything.
So I wanted to do my home theater system
this time
because I actually actually come back to me for a second, Dan. I wanted to do my home theater PC because I just had to do some tomfoolery with my old Harmony remote, and I got it one button, go set up again, which required a combination of CEC and infrared.
Just yeah.
And and so I wanted to get the theater machine working, and it was a great opportunity because now that I've given up on running Pop! OS on everything already, I was like, okay, well, that's a perfect place to run Bazite. And
Sure.
Bazite has an NVIDIA build, so theoretically it should be fine. Also, the other machine that I wanted to do was because I was already a week into the challenge, and I hadn't done my work laptop yet, which is kind of a hack because that's the system that I use 97% of the time. So I was like, okay, I really need to get Linux on my work machine. So I was working on both of those. All right, Dan, go ahead and hit me. Nope. Okay, so this is me, kind of wrapping up. Oh, okay, do your thing.
Thank you. Go again. Well, after a couple
Blah, blah, blah. He's talking. He's doing talking things. I don't even know if this is going to be part of a video at this point. I need to go. It's badminton night. Okay. That's my face. Here's my systems. That's Bazite on the left. And that's Kubuntu on the right.
What is even happening over there?
Nothing. Luke, I recorded everything I did. I recorded everything I did. I am literally, quite literally, no other word for it, cursed.
It's okay. So for a little bit of contrast for mine, since the video that released, nothing has happened negative on my system, literally
Neat.
at all.
Good for you.
I still have, I was
Happy
surprised I
for you.
mentioned it in the video, but I still have the problem where when I restart my computer, I have to restart my mixer or else it won't detect in anything. That might be solvable somehow. I've put 0 minutes into trying to solve that. Everything else is working great. I was on my work laptop in a meeting, and I had Windows on it because I had to prove to Lenovo that Windows wasn't the reason why my laptop had constant errors ever since I got it. And I did, so I didn't need Windows on it anymore. And I was pressing the start menu, and the start menu would show up, but I couldn't interact with the search in the start menu at all. It wouldn't work no matter what I did. And I crashed out in the meeting and just live installed Mint, and it has been flawless. The only thing I did, I installed Mint, switched it to NVIDIA drivers, which you click a thing in the first pop-up menu that comes up that's let's get started, and there's a driver manager. You click that, you click NVIDIA, and it just downloads it and it's done. So the whole this is made for NVIDIA distro thing I think is a little oversold sometimes.
Yep.
In my experience at least. And then on the flight over here, Slay the Spire 2 launched yesterday morning. So, no, it came out into early access yesterday morning. It has had no time for anyone to, optimize it or anything. I downloaded it, ran it, instantly worked, 0 issues. I Bluetoothed my headphones to the laptop in the flight.
Good for you. Happy
no
for you.
No problems.
I'm so happy for you, Luke.
I had just less problems with it than Windows.
So the Bazite system, rebooting did not fix that because I kind of assumed that would be it. Also, it's surprisingly functional. I do that find state. It'll go to sleep after a while.
with it looking like that.
And then it'll wake from sleep and look exactly like what you saw.
That's so nuts.
So it's very installed.
That's so crazy.
And then the Kubuntu system that was on the right was like that. Just with the black screen with the Kubuntu logo for, I think it was probably a solid 10 or 15 minutes before I had to leave. And then I didn't check on it again after I got back from badminton. I came back to it in the morning, and I am now Kubuntu pilled.
Oh, okay.
However.
Interesting.
However, I'm about to show you something fun. I'm going to go ahead and click the not start menu, and I'm going to restart my system. Yes, I mean now. Okay.
I have noticed it won't really prompt you, but after you install, I'd maybe give it a restart or two.
Oh, I've restarted a few times.
No, I'm not. I'm more talking to them.
Got it.
I don't think anything I can say is going to help solve your curse.
Yeah. Dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I don't know.
Okay, wait for it. oh, hold on, it didn't do it.
Hey, progress.
The first few times
Let's go.
I've rebooted this system, it's prompted me, do you want to try a live environment or do you want to install? Even though, and I have this on camera, so I don't need you guys to believe me.
Sure.
I've got proof.
Yeah.
Even though there's no installation media installed in it, and the operating system is installed. Okay, I'm gonna enter my password. I'm gonna see if it does it after that. Yep, there it is.
That's funky. You don't have installation media in anymore?
Nope.
Weird. I've never tried Kubuntu.
What, Mr. Besser? Oh, I can show you on. Yeah, sure. There you go. So every time I boot this machine, I get the try Kubuntu, like a live boot environment, or install Kubuntu, and then if I click install, then it just dumps me on my desktop.
Yep. Nice.
Like, why?
Random.
And people are going to ask me. They're going to ask me. People always ask me. They ask me all the time. What did you do? Nothing. I didn't do anything. I just have
I
that
thought you.
now.
Yeah. Interesting.
Is that wild or what? Now, I've got
Luckily,
a follow-up.
It's pretty easy to pass.
I've got a follow-up.
Okay.
Because I managed to break a Linux system that wasn't even mine.
Oh, yeah. This is funny. I got a message about this.
So Dank Pods was up for a visit recently. And one of the things that happened was his system for Whaleland, well, he was ready to blame the airline or the airport.
Oh.
I blame his packing job. But he got it here, and he shook it, and it went rattle, 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 rattle. And we were like, okay, that's content, baby. Let's do a video, Linus fixing Dank Pods' computer. So, he's a Bazite guy, you know. I get the system. I find some problems with a GPU support brace that was very DIY'd. Along with some screws that have fallen out, some inadequate packing foam. I rip the system apart. I throw it on a test bench. I rebend some, VGA backplates and stuff like that. I give him a new cooler. I get him a second stick of RAM because he was running single channel and times are tough out there. Got to take care of your boys, right? Throw the system all on test bench and I go, okay, where's your boot drive? And he hands it to me. He goes, yeah, this is running Bazite. And I go, okay, is that like Marmite? And he's like, no, it's a Linux distro, bruv, or whatever, but like Australian accent. You get the point. And I knew what Bazite was. I'm just don't worry about it. The point is, we put it in, fails to boot immediately, and we've got it on camera. We've got the whole thing on camera in the fixing Dank Pods' PC video that's going to be coming soon. Fails to boot. He does a thing. So he presses enter to continue or something like that. And then it reboots and it fails even harder. We didn't change any. The only thing we did was I added a second stick of memory and I enabled DOCP or Expo, like the faster memory profile. We then tried unenabling the faster memory profile and I didn't even take the CPU out of the socket. Okay? This computer is the same computer he brought here that was running Bazite, had all of his games installed. The sheer act of me touching the drive seems to have nuked his install. I grab a Windows drive that's just lying around, throw it in the exact same M.2 slot, instantly boots up. Machine's totally fine. I can't explain this stuff, man.
I don't know.
I can't explain it.
I don't know. I also can't explain why this stuff just seems to mostly work for me. We were talking at Whaleland, right? Sometimes that's actually more terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just works fine. I will say, so far, the experience of having Mint on my laptop again has been really positive. And some of the little added bits of okay, I can totally do this thing, but I have to jump through 4 hoops on CachyOS when it's 1 hoop on Mint is ooh.
I'm starting to think flavor of the week is just not a thing. I'm also starting to think that long-term distros Kubuntu are not a thing either for me, but your mileage may vary.
Anything might not be a thing. I think the I think the flavor of the month thing is like, if you're into hyper optimization like that, can be fun. Like there's some performance stuff with Cache. Like I was dialing in Baldur's Gate and was able to get some like real smoke. Like it felt great. But I did some like custom things to get it there. If you want to do that, I think it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, like when I booted up Mint on my laptop, it was just nice. Like I think I showed you the store.
Yeah.
I showed somebody on the plane the store.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, it's just easy.
Yep. I think there's just a god of irony somewhere that when I was being born was all like, wouldn't it be funny if there was like this tech media guy and he literally just couldn't use the operating system that was like almost his name.
Yeah.